My mother always wanted me to be a lawyer.
A doctor.
An architect like my father.
My dad insisted on medical school.
I was always expected to be a part of the family business.
A bank manager.
But
I was born to be.
So cool, you know, you get to see all these fans every night, and they always have the signs, you know, date me, and all those, so it's so funny, and it's, our fans are the cutest, they're the best.
New Jersey's newest sopranos aren't mobsters, but they sure are lady killers.
Don't you guys think it's a Jonas world?
The Jonas Brothers' legacy began when ordained minister Kevin Sr. locked eyes with a sweet-as-pie brunette named Denise during church choir one day.
This is our mother. CBO, Chief Birthing Officer.
The pair fell in love, got hitched, and set about creating 4 of the cutest boys ever to walk the earth. If s'mores could be people, they'd be the Jonas Brothers. And despite a gap in age between them, the brothers are tighter than a pair of Lindsay Lohan's leggings. There's the eldest, extrovert Kevin Jr., accident-prone heartthrob Joseph.
We had this amazing intro, like the glass would break and I'd walk through and it would be amazing, except that I fell through.
And introspective Nicholas, the youngest of the group.
Are you shy?
Yeah, he'd get really
No,
quiet.
I'm not shy. I choose my words, you know, wisely.
You will not believe where we're going. Here we go, let me remind you. Look ahead, the past is behind you.
A boy's genetic perfection can be broken down in parts. Mom passed along good looks, a gentle disposition, and a head of hair to die for, while Dad, a former Christian musician, contributed deep faith and musical talent.
We've always felt that the family's the most important part, and as long as that's, you know, firm, strong, then this whole operation will be.
God and a good song are the 2 things the Jonases treasure the most. But it was Nicholas Jonas who first displayed a serious passion for music. At 6, Nick was discovered at a New Jersey hair salon after a customer overheard him singing. It always comes back to hair with these boys. The very next year, Nick was performing in the biggest shows on Broadway, including Les Mis, The Sound of Music, and Annie, Get Your Gun.
Acting is kind of where we started. I was doing Broadway, Joe was doing some Broadway, Kevin was doing commercials and all that, and you know, it was cool that we're able now to take the music and put it in a show where we're acting as well. Kind of, the synergy's nice, and it's definitely going to be a part, I think, of who we are.
Virtually overnight, the Jonases became a showbiz family, with Joe edging in on the action after landing a role in the prestigious La Boheme. Meanwhile, Kevin was becoming a guitar virtuoso, throwing out the Jonas Good Boy rulebook and ditching school for a few days to master his power chords. Nick was well on his way to a solo career when at 11, he and his dad wrote a song that became a surprise hit on Christian radio, and presto, he was scooped up by Columbia Records. But while Christian music was great for Christian radio, most peeps like their pop songs with no strings attached. And Nick's debut album, an overtly Christian offering, was a flop. It looked like the good word of Jonas would have to be spread in some other way. Enter the new president of Columbia Records, Steve Greenberg. He knew Nick had huge talent and wanted to give him another chance, but felt there was a little something lacking. When Nick brought along Kevin and Joe to perform a new song for the label head, the cute/talent factor in the room was undeniable.
I gave my all for you, now my heart's in two.
It was clear that Joe and Kevin were the missing link, and the trio were signed on the spot.
Bright lights, boy, look around you. Your imagination is working overtime.
Like it or not, Nick was no longer the center of attention. He wasn't even center stage. Smoky-eyed knockout Joe was designated frontman. Kevin would take on lead guitar, while Nick shared singing duties, played guitar and piano, and continued as the main songwriter. The change could have been disastrous. We all know boys don't like to share their toys. But in true Jonas fashion, Nick swallowed his pride and embraced the change with open arms.
This is something that our dad has told us from the very beginning. Live like at the bottom, aiming for the top, which basically means stay humble and keep the right attitude.
But sharing the limelight would soon be the least of Nick Jonas's worries. He was in for the shock of a lifetime.